We are live, Jenny.
We are totally live. And what a great morning to spend that with you. Like Texas, Ohio.
Yeah.
Here's to our morning coffee.
Yes. I feel
Good
like we're on
morning.
The View. Yeah, we're those ladies on TV.
I know,
Yeah.
but so much cuter. I mean, and nicer.
I agree. I feel like I was talking over you when you said you're in Texas outside of Houston, right?
Yes. Yes.
And I'm in Ohio, about 2
Yep.
hours,
And
about an hour south of
I'm going to turn myself up just a little bit so that I can.
Okay.
Anyway. So for some of you guys that are watching and that might not know who I am, my name is Jenny Simmonsma, and Beth and I met in Hawaii. I mean, spectacular at the Four Seasons in Maui, the most spectacular. It's where the celebrities go to stay, and then we've just been great friends ever since. And I was just over her house. I just spent the night, had a chance to spend the weekend. We slept never. We not at all, because that's just what we do. And she lives in Ohio. And you know what's close to her house? Though this is for my ladies.
Okay.
Is this giant basket. Beth lives by this place that has a giant basket that has like stories. And I mean, so I like Ohio.
You are so funny. Well, that's from the Basket Company. What's the name of the company again?
I don't know, but I
Um,
want to live there.
yeah. Are you well, that's their offices. It's literally an office building. Yeah. So we drove by it and Jenny was so cute. She goes, "It's a basket." And I'm like, "Yeah, it is. It is. It's a basket." Yeah. That's so funny. That was so funny. We had so much fun. We did not sleep.
Ever. It was so fun.
Yeah.
And
it was super fun.
At home, I complain about not sleeping well, but when I'm with my besties, with my girlfriends, I mean, it is so fun. And I love that about Mary Kay. Love that about our friendships, that it's a forever and ever amen. And it doesn't even matter. I can call you and say, "Hey girl, let's chat about 5 and 5 and share our tips and tricks and ideas with our units, because it is like a gold mine. This 5 and 5 is truly a gold mine, don't you think?"
I am blown away by it. And I'm going to be really honest and tell you that I did not want to do it. I actually had to see Susan McCoy's training 3 times before I just finally was like, just do it. And don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Like, don't mess with the script. It was listen, just do it. And if it doesn't work, you can say it didn't work, but it did work. So good. I was like blown away by it. And I did the whole thing of making my list of 100 people. And I told one of my consultants, I put one of the people on there that I don't even like. I didn't even care if she responded. Isn't that true? Just a little, and so I put her on, then she goes, "Why'd you put her name on your list?" I said, "Because I wanted to make sure I did 100. And so this is it. It's my 100 list.
Oh my gosh, you did.
And I messaged all of them a minimum of once. And now I'm going to go back and get the ones that didn't respond and hit them twice. And I started last Sunday, and then I did Wednesday. And so I just feel like this is such a perfect time because can I tell you what my numbers are?
Yeah, I want to hear about it. Yes.
Okay. So I messaged 100 people and I did 13 of them, right? I think I did 13. And out of 13, I sold 1,026. So my average sale is $73. But the thing I think that's significant about that is a lot of these people were customers that had skincare already. So I didn't sell a lot of skincare because they have skincare already. So I think that, once I get into the people that I have to send the second message, or maybe even the third message to, because my first one I did on Project Broadcast. And then I went back in and I did private messages to all of them. And so with the reason why I'm giving that little caveat is because I'm going to go back and do that second message. And I think I'm going to get more people that are not consistent customers. And I think my sales are going to be high. And I sold that pedicure set to almost every single person.
I love it. That alone just tells us that what you show, you sell.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you don't wear Mary Kay, then you're not going to sell Mary Kay. It's just the way it is.
So true.
So, and I think that's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk a little about, some of you guys that are watching might be thinking, okay, I'm new to this. I'm a tad bit overwhelmed. What in the world is 5 and 5?
Oh, good point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So one of the cool things is that Beth and I, one of our great mutual friends, Susan McCoy, $1 million sales director, just simply decided to revive something that was old, right, and make it new and make it really applicable to our world right now of virtual and in person. And I love that we can be in person and virtual. Okay.
Yeah.
So 5 and 5 is simple. It's choosing 5 Mary Kay products and sharing them with one person in 5 minutes. Well, it might be a little bit more because you have 5 minutes of maybe chit chat. Thank you for just doing this for me. This is new. I'm new with 5 and 5, and thank you for graciously doing this with me. And then the 5 minutes is sharing the product, telling a little bit about it. And then, of course, the last 5 minutes is going to be, is there anything that you want? And there is a special deals page that says buy one product, get 5% off. Buy 2 products, get 10% off. And when you share 5 friends, you get a lip gloss at half price. So it's so simple that I think we make it complicated. We kind of make it complicated, but our friend Susan McCoy decided, and she kind of hounded us like, do it. Come on, do it. And finally we decided, okay, quit bossing us around, right?
Right.
And her results from last month were almost $9,000. $9,000. How many of you would love to have just simply an extra $3,000 to $4,000 in your pocket, cash, because you just simply go, okay, I'll do it.
Right.
Like Beth and I mean, the month of April, this is the perfect time to do it. So what do you think? What do you think? Is that
mine have been averaging like 15 minutes total, because you say hello, you talk about the product, the 5 products, and I just copied all of the stuff from Susan McCoy's boards. And so I just did all the products that she did because I just didn't want to redo it. But I could just see this being so good for so many reasons. I had a couple of really significant ones that I'd like to share with you. One was a woman that I met in Florida when we were on vacation, and she was just cool. And like when you meet somebody like that, you just want to know them for a long time. And so I sent her samples and she's bought product from me, but I haven't seen her since then. So it was so fun and she's really busy. She's got grandkids and other things. So her name is Natalie. She lives in Connecticut. And so, and it was so funny because as soon as I saw her, I go, oh, Natalie, it's so fun to see your face. And we had a great conversation. She spent a little over $100, and I sent her some samples of some other things. So that was just really fun to be able to do that. And she's a very busy gal. It's hard to pin her down. And so that was great. And that was really fun. And then another one was Michelle. Michelle brought a mascara at an online party, and that was it. But Susan McCoy said that. She goes, I just went back, and if they bought a mascara from me, I just went back all my people that have bought from me over the last 6 months to even, I don't even think I went back a whole year, but I did that. So Michelle is a police officer So when the camera comes on, she's sitting in her cruiser with her uniform on. So and she bought 3 of the sunscreens, our new sunscreens, 1 for her and 1 for and 2 for her friends. But then we started talking about skincare, and so then I sent her the repair samples and I sent her the microdermabrasion samples and stuff like that because she's getting some surgical procedures. She's getting ready to retire as a police officer. So I'm really excited to follow up with Michelle, and how did you like it and all that kind of thing. So that was really, I mean, those are just 2 of the really ones that stand out, as far as
I
being.
totally love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what I hear you say is A, the people that are best for this program are people that are very busy. So
Yeah.
how many, when you're thinking about who's busy, everyone,
Right.
everybody, right?
Right.
There's I kind of joke about this, but I say there's 2 type of women in the world. There's those that are really busy. I need women that are really busy or slightly lazy. I mean, which I'm super busy and I am lazy with my skincare regimen. I know there's a lot of products out there, but I love that we can hone in on those 5 things. We can
Mhm.
talk about those 5,
Mhm.
and it really is true. And so, I kind of chalk this up to, when you buy something on Amazon and
Mhm.
you see the picture,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And you just trust that it's going to be awesome,
Mhm.
and you trust that you're going to spend the money and it's going to arrive, right?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes in our head is that we already have the negative Nellies. We already have the doubt. This
Mhm.
isn't going to work. I'm not going to do this. Before we even step out into the unknown, which is not, and because we've seen the results and we've seen it happen.
Mhm.
And so I want to challenge everybody that is watching to pinky promise Beth and I that this week you're going to not just book, but hold at least 5, at least 5 and 5s.
Mhm.
And so I think that's important. Now, let's say you're a brand new consultant
Mhm.
and you're like, okay, I don't even know where to start. This is a fantastic place to start. So I guess Beth, tell me what products would you suggest? What 5 products would you suggest are like the hottest? What would be the 5 products that you would want to share and show with 5 and 5?
Well, what I've been doing is the new product. So I did the pedicure sets, and I'm going to give you a little secret. I never sell pedicure sets, like
Mm,
never. So
okay.
I did the pedicure set and I opened it and I smelled it. And like I said, almost everybody did. To me, that's a nice entry kind of product. It's $30. I did the lotions because there were only 10. I did the sunscreen because, and they either picked up on it right away, like, oh yeah, mineral sunscreen, or they didn't. And then I did skincare and I did the repair set. And then I
Ooh.
did microdermabrasion or I did the eye patches. And I kind of went back and forth because like I wanted to do products that were like lower ticketed and then work my way slowly into higher ticketed products. That was kind of my mindset on that. And then of course those first 3 products are like seasonal. It's like
Yes.
people are thinking sunscreen, people are thinking pedicure, that kind of thing. And then and I related them to where we are now. Like the hand cream is good for like end of the year teacher gifts, and then the pedicure is a Mother's Day gift. So to me, I felt like you're kind of getting into the shallow end of the pool. And then I started talking about skincare. But to me, this has got so much potential because we have some new skincare and some new color products coming out. And so, once when the new book comes out, it's a perfect way to do it. Just go, hey, we've got some new skincare and some new fun lip colors. You got 5 minutes. So, it's just something I can just see growing,
Oh, totally. And I love it's virtual.
Yeah.
Now we have 2 of our little hotties in my Mary Kay unit,
Mhm.
Carmelita Allen, who
Mhm.
is getting married on May 17th to the love of her life. Hello,
Aw.
Jesus. Thank you. I mean, she's like my chocolate sister.
Oh,
I'm telling you what. Anyway, I cannot wait for you to meet her. She's a teacher and she's a middle school science teacher. And so she does it, in between, tucked into her potty breaks. And then that's Carmelina. And then Erin Cannon, who works at the hospital. That girl is so stinking busy. But guess what? She pulls people in the ladies' room and does some 5 and 5s,
uh-huh.
while she's at work in the ladies' room. And so I love that when somebody says, I don't have time. Well,
Right.
guess what? Guess what? And I mean, it is awesome. And then Cheryl's one of my adorables and on our A team. And that girl's been in Mary Kay 23 years. And guess what? She's going into DIQ with the 5 and 5. And for some of you guys that might not even know what DIQ is, that's director in qualification.
Nice.
And Beth and I actually have earned a gazillion pink Cadillacs. I got to ride in her sweet new pink Cadillac. I think it had 35 miles on it. It's riding on butter. I'm not kidding.
So true. That's
And she drives super fast because we're all exempt from pink from speeding tickets.
right. Right.
And I mean, it is so awesome. So when you grow in your Mary Kay business, make this the root. Learn this, do this. And one of the things I know is that you cannot learn how to swim by watching a diagram. You actually have to get in the water.
So
You
true.
actually have to make your list of 100 people.
Mhm.
And if you're thinking, I don't know 100 people. Well, did you hear Beth say one of her people, she didn't even like them? Shh. I mean, that is, but make the list.
Mhm.
Make the list
Mhm.
and make the list and then use the booking script. There's actually 3 scripts. The first one is a booking script and it's a text. You can text those people.
Right.
And what I love about it is that it doesn't say someday, it says something like this week.
It does.
It actually shortens up that attention span. And I love that. And then the next text is the one that you do 2 days later.
Mhm.
And I have been undisciplined, a little bit lazy when it comes to that. And so it's been like a week. So I'm gonna have to message them from last week. Well, so anyway, so it's okay.
It is.
You're never doing anything wrong.
Right.
But if you're not going to start, then you're definitely doing things wrong. That's terrible, but to say, but just start.
That's right.
And what if you could do 5 and 5
Mhm.
right now,
Mhm.
and then suddenly be like Beth and pick up a new Mary Kay pink Cadillac?
Mhm.
But this is where it starts.
Mhm. It
This
does.
is
It really
really
does.
where it starts.
Yeah.
And so Beth and I are actually going to we're giving away, Mary Kay's launching some of the most amazing new skincare line products.
Mhm.
And they are, and we've been testing them out for a good month. We've known about them, Mary Kay being top of the line. But what's cool is that they're always making sure that our customers, like you guys, that really Mary Kay is number one. And so you're going to earn free Mary Kay products that nobody else gets. No one. Simply for doing 5 and 5s this week.
Mhm.
Can we count on you? I don't see anybody with raising their hands, but I guess um, we're
They will on the replay. They will on the replay.
okay. Right? Okay, yeah. They'll
You
do
just sprung this on them, and they're just excited. Yeah, yeah. And the part of that script that I thought was so significant too is it says, "My goal is to do 60 for the challenge for the 60th anniversary."
Yes.
And so I had so many people say, "I'll help you. I'll help you." And I thought that was so great because they do want to help. And I did have some zeros. I had another one that was like $14. But you know what? You just do it, because your average is what's significant. And then building your
Yes.
skill, I think, is also so significant, because you're just
Yes.
nervous when you first do it. But then once you do it, it's just like this. It's just like chatting with a friend.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, do you do a lot of them in person or have you done them virtually? And how do you do it virtually? Like if you're a consultant, how would a consultant do virtual?
That's a great question. I said to people, do you want to do FaceTime, or do you want to do Facebook Messenger, or do you want to do Zoom? And I had one girl say, I'll do Facebook, or I'll do FaceTime. And I said, okay. I said, do you have an iPhone? And she said, I don't think so. And
That
so I said,
sounds like
"Oh,
me.
well, then we might need to do Messenger." And she was
Oh,
like, oh, okay. How do I do that? And I thought that was so refreshing, because
cool.
you think
Cool.
everybody knows but you, but they do,
Yes.
and I actually prefer virtual, because it's just simpler,
Mhm.
unless it's somebody who lives close and it's been a while since you've been together. But the virtual option I thought was ridiculously great. I even had one that lives like 10 minutes away, and she goes, virtual would be great. And it was.
Mm.
And then, the other thing that I thought was really fun was I showed the 5 things, but then I said, now, is there anything that you want to know more about? Anything that I can help you with?
Ooh,
And
that's a powerful sentence.
it was so great. And I
Yeah.
said, is there anything you were thinking about? And I had a couple people, I can't really place them right now. Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, Linda DeHaven. She wanted some samples. And I love giving them samples, because when we talked about other things that she could try. And so that was really nice. So yeah, I'm excited about not just what happened, but what is going to happen, because like what you're talking about with Amazon. I mean, Amazon is such a crapshoot. So we have, like our
Yes.
friend Mary Catherine King says, we're faster than Amazon or Jimmy John's. So we have the convenience of Amazon, but the
Yes.
consultation of a
Mhm.
girlfriend in the business that's going to help you find what works for you. And I love that. And the satisfaction guarantee. So you
Yes.
got all the positives working together.
Mhm. And if you're wondering, like, what do I say? I'm new. I don't know all the products. I think that's where people get hung up, is the word all, ALL.
Mhm.
And the all is nutty because I sometimes have to go back and learn more about products, but when it's
Yeah.
just five
Yeah.
pedicure set,
Mhm.
perfect for this time of year. We have Administrative Day coming up on April 24th.
Forgot
I
about
like to call it Administrative Week. We have Mother's Day. We have Teacher Appreciation and Nurses Appreciation,
right.
all coming up in the next 3 weeks. And I can't think of a uh, better time for gift giving than
Mhm.
that. And people love to give gifts, but they also need to take care of themselves. So
Mhm. Mhm. I had
those
a
are
lot of people do that too. They bought 2 pedicure sets, one for, like, somebody else, and then one for themselves. And I have some wire ribbon that my assistant just wrapped around them so that we could ship it, and even after it was shipped, they could still fluff that back up. Very simple, and
Ooh,
that's all it was wire ribbon, cheap, easy, but it was just that little extra touch that we can give them, you know?
isn't it something?
And it was just so fun to do. Yeah. And I feel like when people trust you with one product, don't you feel like this when you're shopping? Like
Yeah,
if you like a lot of times if I'm going to go with a company that I'm not familiar with, I'll buy something inexpensive from them and see how that is before I trust them
yeah.
with more of my money.
Mhm. Totally, totally. You are so exactly right. Holy
Mhm,
cow.
mhm,
I
mhm.
love it.
And
I
I love
love
what you said about all those holidays I forgot.
it. Yes.
They just go boom, 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 boom. There's so many, you know.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm with you. I think I love that we get to be problem solvers.
Yes.
And it's not digital. It's not Amazon. It's that relationship that we build with people.
Mhm.
I was telling a consultant over the weekend that I introduced to a good friend of mine that we met in Bible study. She was our Bible study teacher, and she they threw our baby showers, but she became my customer first.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking, how many times do you go to the mall and the lady behind the counter at Lancome, you have a relationship with, but you don't ask her, would you throw me a baby shower? You know, that doesn't happen. There's this relationship that we have that's different than anything else. And Mary Kay started that. And I'm grateful, you know, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, so true. So well said. Thanks. That's so good. Good. Good.
Well, we will post the 5 and 5s in the group so that you can see that with the scripts this morning. And we want to challenge you today on this magical Monday to get out there and do something that you've never done before. Number one, make a list of 100 people and book 5 to be held this week.
Yeah, and they do. They book that week. I mean, the script just leads you right into that this week. Perfect.
So good.
You just think of how much you could have in sales from today till a week from now.
Yes, absolutely. And people are going to be less stressed today because it's tax day and taxes have to be in.
Yeah.
So that's it. And there you go. Done in and everything. I think that's so brilliant.
Perfect.
So, thank you for hanging out with me this morning and having coffee talk. Oh,
so fun.
I wish Ohio were closer to Texas. But I hope so. I hope it becomes that way.
Which was perfect.
We'll see you, I know, at seminar, but maybe we'll catch up with each other before then. That would be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Okay.
So, hey, thanks. Have a great morning, you guys.
Thanks for tuning in, ladies. Bye-bye.